ABC 10 News at 7 starts now.
Tonight we are learning more about the chilling details of last night's apparently unprovoked shooting in the gas lamp that left one man dead and 4 others injured. Good evening. I'm Steve Atkinson. Kimberly Hunt has the night off. This afternoon, police identified the suspected shooter as 32-year-old Travis Saraste. They say that he shot and killed a 28-year-old man in front of the Pendry Hotel without saying a word. He then allegedly walked up Fifth Avenue, shot 4 more people before being tackled by 2 witnesses who held him down for police and who tased him. All 4 are expected to survive. The man killed has not been identified. And we have team coverage, beginning with our ABC 10 News anchor Lindsay Pena, who talked with the son of one of the victims.
The names of the victims from last night's shooting are not being released as of yet, but we do know the man who lost his life was a valet attendant here at the Pendry Hotel, just 28 years old. This man says he's the son of one of the victims of Thursday night's shooting in the gas lamp.
Just hoping for the best and staying positive and not trying to freak out.
David, who didn't want to give his last name, says he came down here this morning trying to find his dad's truck and told us his 68-year-old father had come down to watch him play last night, but never made it to the show.
Trying to come to my show. It's my first show in 13 months. I'm a musician. Haven't been able to work for 13 months. And I got the first show I drove from LA down here to play.
David says his father was shot in the stomach and is now in stable condition.
Tough as nails, so I think he'd be all right. But I don't really know what to make of it all. That's insane that other people got shot.
Police say 2 of those other victims are also in the hospital being treated for their injuries. A 27-year-old man shot in his upper body. A 26-year-old man with a gunshot to his arm. Another victim who was also shot in the arm, a 28-year-old man, was treated at the scene. A 5th victim, another 28-year-old man, didn't survive. He was working as a valet parker at the Pendry Hotel when he was shot. Both the Pendry and Ace Parking, who the hotel contracts with, released a statement Friday, reading in part, "Our Ace Parking family is deeply saddened about the incident that occurred last night in the gas lamp. Our condolences go out to the victim, a beloved Ace employee, and his family. We're also in the process of establishing a GoFundMe page to support the victim and his family." Lindsay Pena, ABC 10 News.
A 32-year-old Travis Saraste is now under arrest and facing murder and attempted murder charges. The chief of police say that he used a 9mm ghost gun. Now, that's a gun that has no traceable serial number. This afternoon, the chief said his officers are seeing a massive surge of these types of weapons on the streets.
It's very concerning. We're seeing a lot of ghost guns. I think I reported not more than a month ago that about 1 in 4 of every gun that we're recovering right now is a ghost gun.
Ghost guns have been gaining attention on the national level as well. Earlier this month, President Biden announced that he is looking at ways to tighten restrictions. The shooting is terrible news for already struggling downtown businesses. Our ABC 10 News reporter Jennifer Dela Cruz looks at the fears those business owners have that more people may stay away.
Not only is the shooting a tragedy for the victims and their families, but for all of these businesses as well that have been struggling through the pandemic. They're hoping the shooting won't keep even more people at home.
After a mass shooting in the gas lamp Thursday night, businesses are coping with the chaos.
It scares people, and especially with the Friday and Saturday night, people won't go out.
Police say they got calls of shots fired around 10:30 Thursday night. A gunman terrorizing crowded streets, shooting 5 people and leaving 1 dead. Moments later, dozens of patrol cars lined the streets, officers sprinting through the neighborhood, helping victims and searching for that shooter. Police say the first shooting was on 5th and J Street, where a 28-year-old man was shot and killed. The second shooting on 5th and Island, where 4 people were shot. The gunman then running to 5th and G, where he was tased by police and arrested. A woman working at a nearby hotel shooting this cell phone video as police cars flooded the streets.
That's like insane. It's all the way down.
A tragedy for the victims that may hit hard for some businesses as well. Shops and restaurants already struggling through the pandemic, now worried about getting customers in their doors.
We're still gonna see people, but not like before.
They're hoping more patrols in the area will help keep everyone safe.
I would say more cops, more security, more cops on the corners of the gas lamp, especially in the busiest area. That will help a lot.
With more patrols here this weekend, businesses are hoping these streets will be lined with customers into the weekend. In the gas lamp, Jennifer Dela Cruz, ABC 10 News.
And San Diego police say they have also seen an uptick in violent crimes this year compared to last. According to San Diego police statistics, the department has seen a 70% increase in the number of shots fired calls this year. Now, we looked into our archives and we found at least 10 violent incidents downtown since the beginning of the year. That includes the January 31st shooting death of an 18-year-old at the Days Inn on Ash Street, an officer-involved shooting on February 25th at Horton Plaza.
The more patrols we can have would deter assailant or person who wants to start a fight or any of that. I think just their presence alone would have people think twice about doing something violent.
The San Diego Gas Lamp Association plans to increase its private security presence and ask for more sworn officers to patrol the area. You can stay on top of any new developments in this story in real time on the 10 News app. A free version is available in the App Store. Turning now to coronavirus and another good sign of how things are going right now. For the third time this week, there were no new deaths in the county, so that number stands at just below 3,700. The county did report 329 new cases today, and our test positivity rate was just 2%. Scripps is doubling the size of its vaccine superstation at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. Shots are now being given in 2 halls. The extra room meant 5,000 shots went into arms yesterday and today. Now, typically, the site caps out at about 2,000. The last 2 days were a practice run, and it appears things went smoothly.
We got in, asked a couple questions, take the cards, take the IDs, shots in the arm, and they're like, get out. And they had all these flag people just waving you away. Go, go, go. And here we are.
Here they are. If the vaccine supply increases, Scripps could expand its hours from a half day to a full day and distribute up to 10,000 shots a day. Pregnant women unsure about the coronavirus vaccine now have clear guidance from the CDC. It's simple. Get the shot. Data collected from more than 35,000 pregnant women found the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines showed no safety concerns. In fact, doctors told our ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala that getting COVID-19 while pregnant is more of a concern.
We have been using vaccines for a long time in pregnancy, both flu vaccines and Tdap.
It may be a difficult decision for pregnant women to make. Should they get a COVID-19 vaccine?
I'm running into people who are more hesitant. And I think this study will provide some great information for me to discuss with them.
Dr. Lisa Johnston, OBGYN and Chief Medical Officer of Sharp Mary Birch Hospital for Women and Newborns, is talking about the preliminary findings published in the New England Journal of Medicine this week. CDC researchers looked at data from 35,691 pregnant people between the ages of 16 and 54 who reported receiving either the Moderna or Pfizer vaccine. They found the vaccines posed no serious health risks or complications during pregnancy.
Non-vaccinated women had the same rate of complications as women who had received the COVID-19 vaccine.
Friday, the CDC's director recommended that pregnant women get vaccinated.
This is indeed a very safe vaccine in pregnancy and something we would encourage pregnant women to get. The best time is 3rd trimester at the beginning, because then you will mount an antibody response that will cross the placenta, go to the baby, and help protect them from COVID too.
Dr. William Singh, the vaccine lead at Kaiser Permanente in San Diego, says other studies show the bigger risk for pregnant women and their babies is actually getting symptomatic COVID-19.
The newborns of COVID mothers who are symptomatic are 3 times more likely to have severe medical complications requiring neonatal ICU.
Both doctors say pregnant women should talk to their physicians directly about what's best for them. Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
The Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which the U.S. is greenlighting again, was not included in this study. CDC researchers say the main side effect reported most frequently has been pain at the injection site. We now know the names of those 2 teenagers killed in a car crash near SeaWorld Wednesday night. Today, the medical examiner identified the driver as 18-year-old Colton Sargent and his passenger as 18-year-old Ava Bender. Police say Sargent was speeding down SeaWorld Drive when he lost control of his Ford F-150. The truck then crashed into a pole, then a street light. Crews had to use the jaws of life to rescue those teens, but they both died there at the scene. Caitlyn Jenner is running for California governor. In a statement posted on Twitter, the 71-year-old Republican announced that she has filed the paperwork to run. Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom is facing a likely recall election this year once petition signatures are verified. In a People magazine interview last year, Jenner described herself as economically conservative and socially progressive. Several other Republicans have also announced plans to run, including former San Diego Mayor Kevin Faulconer. In the meantime, Governor Newsom is banning new fracking permits in California starting in 2024. He's also asking state regulators to halt all oil extraction by 2045. Fracking is a process for extracting oil embedded in rock deep underground. Critics say it harms the environment and public health, but the oil industry slammed Newsom's move, saying it will cost thousands of jobs. Fracking accounts for just 2% of oil production in California.